So hey guys, it's Tom from Resale America. My YouTube channel is Liquidation Motivation, and in this video, I'm gonna give you 10 great expensive things that people have found in thrift stores. The first thing somebody found in a thrift store was a 1905 Tiffany Mirror. A 1905 Tiffany Mirror. If you don't know anything about Tiffany, you need to put that on your list of companies to research. Tiffany was a company that founded in 1837, and they have just ran the gamut and made products that are worth a fortune right now. If you can get something from Tiffany that is older, that is from the late 1800s, early 1900s, they are worth a fortune. Their lamps, their jewelry, their mirrors, it's all has high value. So this person bought a 1905 mirror for $2 in a thrift store and sold it for $25,000. Number two, somebody found a Andy Warhol bag that they bought for $30 in a thrift store. $30 for an Andy Warhol bag. So Andy Warhol was alive from 1928 to 1987. He's most well known for starting the art movement known as pop art. So he was a painter, and they used those paintings and put them on shirts, clothing, bags, anything. And if you find one of his early works, he became super popular in the 60s. You find one of his early works, it's gonna be worth thousands. So this person bought this Warhol bag for $30 at a thrift store and sold it for $440,000. You gotta know your brand, you gotta know, what model you're looking at, and you gotta know how to look these kind of things up. Andy Warhol bags, anything Andy Warhol is worth a lot of money. Number three was an official NASA suit. Official NASA suit that was bought for 20 cents. That's right, you heard me, 20 cents at a thrift store. And anything that's official from NASA, from the Air Force, from any sort of federal agency has great value. So they bought them for 20 cents and sold them for $500. The world of space is just exploding right now, metaphorically. It is, with Elon Musk sending rockets out to space, satellites out to space, talking about going to Mars. Space is a topic that is super collectible. Number four, someone found a camera with undeveloped film from World War I. World War I was fought from 1914 to 1918. And they found this camera in a thrift store. It had undeveloped film in it, and they bought it for $5, for only $5. They took it to auction, and at auction, it exploded, and it ended up selling for more than $500,000. You gotta remember, any pictures from World War I, World War II, from Vietnam War, they are super collectible. There's a lot of war collectors out there. One time I bought a whole bunch of World War II pictures and I put them on eBay. I ended up getting over $100 for each of them, and the picture book had over 500 pictures in it. Always look for old war memorabilia, and especially pictures. Number five, somebody found a book signed by Ernest Hemingway. So Ernest Hemingway was an American novelist and short writer. He lived from 1899 to 1961. And I know he has a house down in Key West, Florida. Many people go visit that house when they tour Key West. So someone found a book that was autographed by Ernest Hemingway. They bought it for $3 and it sold for $350,000. Autographs are super collectible. Anybody's autograph is collectible. I know this gentleman that makes money just by going to used bookstores and looking for autographed books. One time I was in a thrift store and I found, if you go to a meeting, they have rules that you follow, and it's called Robert's Rules of Order. So I found this book and I opened it up, and the author, Robert, he autographed the book. So I put that book on eBay. I think I paid $1 for the book. I put it on eBay and it sold for $700. Always look for books, and especially if you see an autograph in there, look them up because it could be super valuable. Number 6, somebody bought Princess Diana's Bahrain dinner dress. That's right, they went to a thrift store and found a dress that was owned by Princess Diana. Is that the most incredible find you ever heard of? They paid $20 for the dress and they ended up selling it at an auction for $150,000. After Princess Diana passed away, everything that she owned, all of her fashion and anything that was Princess Diana became super collectible. And still to this day, it still sells great. Number seven, somebody bought a couch at a thrift store for $40 and found $400,000 in the couch. What an amazing journey that those people must have went in. And I know these stories are true. I was at a thrift store one time, and the manager of the thrift store told me that a famous football player who got a DWI had to do his community service at this thrift store. While this famous multi-millionaire football player was he was in the back hanging up clothing. He was hanging up a sport jacket and found $20,000 in a sport coat. This is right here in Tampa, Florida, $20,000. So I know money is found all the time in thrift stores, all the time in storage units, all the time. So always check the pockets of the sport coats whenever you pick up a bag of those, and you know, maybe someday you'll buy a couch and find $400,000 in it. Number eight. A very, very lucky young woman walked into a thrift store and found a LaCroix watch. It's a vintage watch, it's an old watch. She bought it for $10, and she knew what it was. They took the watch to auction and it sold for $35,000. $35,000. Watches are incredibly collectible. If you look on eBay and you search for vintage watches, sort it by highest to lowest and completed items, you will see that there are watches you've never heard of out there that are worth tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you find a watch that seems to be a good quality, always look it up on eBay. Always look up the value on eBay. Watches are a great product to buy and sell. Number nine. Somebody actually walked into a thrift store and bought top secret documents. Top secret documents. Could you imagine walking into a thrift store and finding something like that? Now, there is no value, or you can't put a number on how much they are worth, but it certainly is an incredible find to think that you can walk in and buy top secret documents. Who was the idiot who donated these? And number 10, the grand finale, the big poobah, the grand poobah. Somebody found in a thrift store an old picture of Billy the Kid. That's right, the old outlaw and gunfighter from the old American West. He was alive from 1859 to 1881. I mean, Billy the Kid is one of the most famous gunfighters in the history of the United States and the history of the West. So they found this old picture of Billy the Kid. They paid $2 for the picture and sold it for $5 million. That's right, $5 million. Anytime you go to estate sales or thrift stores, you always look for the vintage photos. Like I said earlier, war ones are super collectible, but famous people from the past also sell for a lot of money. Well guys, I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit different from what I normally do. I'm gonna go back to some of my sourcing videos here pretty soon. Just had a little break because of Christmas. My channel is Liquidation Motivation. Please like and subscribe below. My store is Resale America, where we own the world's largest liquidation store in Lakeland, Florida. 110,000 square feet of deals and bargains. We also now own 2 bin stores, 2 deal days, one in Winter Haven, Florida, and one in Port Richey, Florida. So please like and subscribe. Please tell everybody about our channel. Help us out. Now go out there and make some money.